7-2 center, and both are uber talented. That's a huge advantage, a unique advantage for Philadelphia.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Simmons against Westbrook. Here's Thibault. Back to Simmons. Teardrop shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Simmons got the opening bucket of the night here for the 76ers. Westbrook passes to Bryant. Here's Hachimura, guarded by Harris. Hachimura, no good. Here's Thibault, down low. Here's Embiid. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And another shot. Howard misses.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Beal's shot is good.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here is Harris. His last outing, he had 24 points. And he drops it in from the low post.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Westbrook. He picked up 27 points in their last win against New York.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Shot clock at 2. Beal can't get it to go.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Harris dishes to Simmons. 76ers moving the ball around. Howard finds Simmons. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, Simmons has what I call see-ahead vision. I mean, he sees a play ahead, and he's a great passer.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, but they get it down. Dwight Howard pulls it in.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
For 3, Harris misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Beal from long range. Not going to go that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Checking out the numbers for Tobias Harris. Great showing for him last season. He put up about 20 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but That is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Simmons. Here's Embiid. The offensive rebound, and Simmons slams it in.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game-changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Checked in for the Wizards.
Find the lane. One shot.
Well, you look at Ben Simmons and that great body of his and the skills of a guard. That is an incredibly unique combination.
Now here's Beal. He had 40 points in the win against New York.
And not just the scoring. It was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. And Clark standing 6'10". Has there ever been a player Ben Simmons' size or bigger who could handle and pass like this?
I really don't think so, Kevin. Obviously, LeBron is 2 inches shorter and probably 15 pounds heavier. Giannis is more of a scorer than a passer and facilitator. Magic Johnson was the first of the true 6'8"-ish point guards. He might be the closest when you look at Ben Simmons, but man, he's special because of that size and passing ability.
Here's Simmons after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Howard kicks to Simmons.
Sometimes you just have no way of stopping Simmons on the interior. I mean, he's a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The first free throw is good. Mark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you've got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give them any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Washington shooting their first free throws of this game. Throw good, Beal. And both free throws good for Beal. And here are the 76ers now. 6-point game. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Rebound, Washington. Bryant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Napier. And the 3 off target. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. No good on that one. Nice D from Bryant. Wizards trail by 6. The 17-footer goes down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside, Simmons. The pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. There's the dish to Harris. Launches a three. Howard with the second chance points.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. They're really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Here's Hachimura. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Return to sender is what he stamped that one with.
Napier with it. Pass to Hachimura. Harris against Brown. Rejected by Harris.
What a block from Harris. Terrific work there.
Here's Simmons. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight. Bertanis, he's checked in for Hachimura.
What's up?
Do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Here's Thibault. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Beal can't get it to go.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Napier. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Curry's checked in. The 76ers leading by 13. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. And stolen by Napier. And Brown now atop the key. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Curry against Beal. Curry passes to Simmons. Howard trying to free himself up. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Curry.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Washington calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Mo Wagner's checked in for the Wizards.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. He's coming off an excellent season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 7 assists and 9 rebounds. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Here's Wagner, guarded by Embiid. Wagner passes to Napier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Napier. To the inside, Wagner. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Kicks to Howard. Outside Curry. Over Bertans. Curry's shot is off.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Howard dishes to Simmons. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Howard trying to free himself up. Harris's shot is off. Wizards trail by 13. And Beal kicks to Napier. Over.
Really caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
Passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. 1:10 left in the first quarter of the game. That one good for two. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now here's Beal. He has 6. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Harris drives in. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the game plan is clear. Work the ball inside.
And it's working for him, Greg. You like that initiative, not settling for stuff on the perimeter.
Is Smith. He's checked in for Napier.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Harris. Well, the last 2 years, we've seen a huge improvement from Tobias Harris's shooting the deep ball.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. He went from not really having a reliable outside shot to being a 40% shooter from outside the arc. It's opened up a lot for the rest of his game, and it's a big reason why he scored over 20 points a game last year.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Here's Smith. Brown outside. .29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And here's Smith. 5 on the clock. There's the 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Harris. Pass to Howard. On its way from Curry for 2. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down. One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Bradley Beal spoke about the trust Coach Scott Brooks has in him and his teammates.
I think the biggest thing is he's still young. So, you know, he tries to think he's still hip. He keeps up with us a little bit, but he's great.
Ellen Beal trying to grow as a leader and a star. Has to love that.
Yeah, and Brooks known for developing good relationships with his players. He pushes them, but he gives them a lot of praise as well.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the 76ers guys.
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. We've got Wagner. Now there's Bertans out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Smith in at the one. Here's Milton. He's covered by Westbrook. Milton the pass to Harris. He kicks it to Burks. There's the triple. Rebound by the Wizards. With some arc, and it's Westbrook laying it in. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Curry against Smith. Embiid wide open. That misses off the backboard.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Beal can't get it to go. Philadelphia leading by 14. Harris finds Curry. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall. One of the best dunkers in the league.
Smith on the wing. Burks covering. Smith against Burks. Smith no good. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Burks is good for 3. Burks has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. No good. Now the Wizards take it the other way.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now Smith still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for Philadelphia. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Inside, Harris. It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. And he recovers it. Wizards trailed by 19. To the inside. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Beal.
Even with the guy right in his face, Smith maintains that cool demeanor of his. Really like watching him work his magic down in the post.
Embiid dishes to Harris. Looking to get back on track here. Up again, and Embiid is right there.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Washington calls timeout. Clark, among the bigs, which one do you think runs the floor the best?
Boy, I tell you, Anthony Davis is gazelle-like, and this guy is north of 7 feet tall and is just agile and quick and Pella is in that category, and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, but a lot of times he has the ball and is taking it rack to rack. When he gets coming downhill at you.
Wizards making a switch here. Hachimura is checked in. Just 5 on the clock. Smith for 3. The Wizards with another miss. The 76ers leading by 19 points. Hilton the pass to Curry. Now Harris. Goes up to the stripe. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
The Wizards with another miss. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So
that's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
From deep. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Curry against Smith. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Outside Curry. The pass to Burks. Over Westbrook. That one misses. Now the Wizards take it the other way. Here's Hachimura. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. That one on Embiid. And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect. Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the 3-ball in his last year of college. Hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor. He is really versatile. And I feel like he's putting it all together.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And, you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Outside Westbrook. Fires from deep.
Also a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Curry looking it over. Embiid kicks to Burks. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 5 points so far. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Burks the pass to Milton. The shot, no good. And Washington the other way now. Smith on the wing, guarded by Curry. Curry against Smith. 5 to shoot. Pass to Hachimura. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader. As you well know, Kevin, we actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Howard's checked in for Harris. Green comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks. From deep. Wagner can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Passes it to Curry. Embiid kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. They grab their own miss. Count that one. Embiid's got 6 points in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Napier. Now the pass to Wagner. Good D by Embiid.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Howard in the post. Pass to Curry. Howard dishes to Curry. Passes it to Simmons. Over Napier. Here's Howard. That was a strong dunk.
Dwight Howard is a big, strong, active guy. Even when you hit him, he still is able to muscle through the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Free throw no good for Howard.
You know, Howard, a physical and muscular, authoritative big guy who intimidates most nights. His physicality, very impressive.
Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Fourth, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And the first one at the line is good.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
Here's Thibault. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Embiid throws it down.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Here's Napier. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Howard. Here's Thibault. Unloads from 13. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Napier with it. Simmons is there. Back to Napier. With the shot. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. Here's Green.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. Second in rebounding, fourth in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. First free throw is good.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Beal's checked in for Washington. Both free throws good from Green. Washington shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Now here's Beal. He's got 6. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Simmons. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Beal against Simmons. Beal can't get it to go. And there's the pass to Thibault. Over Napier. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what has your approach been so far tonight?
Just trying to play with a lot of energy. Do the best I can.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is gravy. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
And over to Shaq, your take on the Wizards.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Howard. He's out there with Embiid. Harris is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
he's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
No good from Howard.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Beal, that's for two. And it's off the back rim, no good. You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Westbrook passes to Beal. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that's his fourth, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Outside, Beal.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first four. They've got to get on track.
Outside, Simmons. Here's Howard. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Westbrook kicks to Beal. Back to Westbrook. He dishes it to Bryant. Shoots over Embiid. And another miss by Washington.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Here's Harris. Howard trying to free himself up. And he gets it to go. And it's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Here's Beal. They can't stop the run with that one.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 7 points.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Pass to Harris. Again, Philadelphia.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Right side, Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Mark, for a while now, you and I were just talking. We've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Harris against Brown. Harris passes to Embiid. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And, Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch it, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team.
Mahinmi's checked in for Troy Brown. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Tell you what, when Joel Embiid is healthy, this dude is a super effective player, a polished big man with an arsenal of post moves and shots. He's a handful down there. Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Burks against Beal. Burks can't get it to go.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Westbrook passes to Hachimura. The kick out to Westbrook over Harris, and that one's good. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Passes it to Simmons. Pass to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Simmons. Floats one. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 17 points for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and you know, for Simmons to be so young, he has a great basketball IQ, and he plays to his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Dives for it. Here's Bryant. And Embiid with the block. And he gets it back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. So we'll see Thomas Bryant go to the line here. That one on Embiid. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Howard finds Harris. Yep, it counts. Harris has got 17.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
Westbrook passes to Hachimura. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Howard. Harris with it. Westbrook picks him up. Korkmaz. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Hey, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Westbrook kicks to Mahinmi. Here's Beal, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And that one falls for Beal.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And both free throws good for Beal. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Westbrook against Simmons. Howard in the post. Left side Harris. And it's sent back by Bryant. And he's able to get it back. Here's Hachimura. Lays it up and banks it in. Hachimura's got 6.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Simmons passes to Howard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Korkmaz, no good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Washington. Here's Beal. And finished off by Beal.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Burks against Beal. Baseline try. Bryant with the rebound. Washington has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. They double him with Simmons. Hachimura the pass to Westbrook. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. It's Korkmaz in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 7 for him tonight.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And the pass to Beal. Here's Westbrook, and it's sent back by Howard. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all for the Wizards. Bertanis, he's checked in for Mahinmi. And it's Napier in for Russell Westbrook. Philadelphia has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Pass to Simmons. Here's Harris. Rebounded by the Wizards. Bryant's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Beal. And it's good, 2 points. Beal's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
And stolen by Napier. And here we go. Washington fast break. Pulls up for 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Howard, the pass to Burks. Howard trying to free himself up. Buries it down low. Burks has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Washington's gone into a slump here from 3-point range. Shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Napier kicks to Bryant. And it's sent back by Howard. To the paint. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 19 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Beal. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Beal's got 14 points.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
There's the lob for Harris. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, he sure is a talented combo forward with terrific feel for the game. Harris can score in bunches.
Passes to Bryant. Beal up top. Burks covering. Pass to Hachimura. Just 5 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And it's Napier missing. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assistant.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
No good on the shot. Simmons with the defensive effort. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Beal with it. From deep 3-point range, misses the shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Philadelphia ahead, running away with it. We've got more in store for you right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Travis Berton's out there with Pisekniks. Then there's Shabazz Napier. Then there's Brown. And it's Smith in at the guard position. There's the pass to Pisekniks. In the corner, Smith with it. From 15 feet away, it's good.
Execution by Smith, really nice. So smart when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's a perfect passer as well as a deadly shooter. That's a lethal combo.
Now here's Embiid. He's guarded closely. Here's Green. Lays it up off the glass.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Smith. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Here's Milton. He's covered by Brown. And that one is stuffed right through.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Napier. That shot misses. Great D that time from Green. Pass to Milton. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Miami comes in for Davis Bertans, and it's Matthews in for Shabazz Napier. And that one misses. The Wizards have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Smith finds Matthews. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Down low, Mahimi, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Smith checked in for the 76ers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Mahimi. Any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories, but I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses than make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
Korkmaz passes to Milton. And yes, it's good. Milton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
To the middle, here's Mahimi. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Smith against Smith. And Scott has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. Here's Milton. Vasekniks with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Smith. Rebound by the 76ers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Outside Matthews. Passes it to Mahimi. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
The Wizards making a switch here. Payton's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Philadelphia has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. It's taken away by Payton. In transition, here come the Wizards. Payton with the ball. It's good.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Green kicks to Scott. They could use a bucket. The second chance effort, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he can't get the first one. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Smith in the posts. Scott's there. Smith, the pass to Mahimi. Over Smith. The shot by Mahimi, no good.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Here's Korkmaz, covered by Payton. Smith against Payton. Shot clock at 6. Back to Korkmaz. Over Smith. And that one's good. Korkmaz.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Smith outside. Here's Pasekniks, covered by Smith. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
The drive by Green. The shot comes out, and it's Washington the other way. Smith on the wing, covered by Smith. Smith, the pass to Mahimi. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Green. Korkmaz. Off target from outside. Now the Wizards with it. They're on an 11-3 run. Outside Matthews. Pass to Mahimi. Out to Payton. Tipped away. And stolen by Scott. Smith against Smith. Dishes to Robinson. Green, the pass to Smith. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, huh, with that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out, he can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way. Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Green, the pass to Robinson. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for Washington. Inside. Mahimi's shot is good.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Outside, Green. On the money with the shot from the left block.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
The kick out to Matthews. The pass to Payton. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. They feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Here's Milton. He's covered by Matthews. And he comes up with the deuce. Milton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
The shot by Payton, no good. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Howard. Over Mahinmi. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Washington shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Joel Embiid.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Beal. Over Smith. And there's Beal. That's good on the assist by Payton.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Outside Robinson. Payton against Smith. Back to Robinson. The three frames the three-pointer.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Beal against Smith. Payton left side. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long, everyone.
Patay. Patay, sakit yan. Ay, dami, backup. Yari. Are. Sisilipin yung 19 na tapos natapos natin. Oo. Parang gulo na. Ba't yan sila naglalaban na kalaban nila mga sundalo? Deathmatch ata, nabuhay din eh.